than all the law enforcement did. GPS.
Camels beware, it is hump day, and word is that if those little camel humps are cooked on a grill, they taste pretty good.
What?
But as it is with stone crabs, where you can only keep one claw on camels, you have to leave one hump behind. Of course, for those camels with only one hump, they're off limits. They're out of season always. So glad to be of help with information you just thought you might not ever need, but you just could need it one day.
Thank you.
I don't foresee ever needing that
It
information.
could be very essential. Good Wednesday morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Chris Marks.
I'm Lee Barrels.
You have no idea who you are. Do you?
Grilling a camel. That's
No,
how
not
we're
a
going to
camel,
start.
just the hump.
Well, it's from
Because
a camel, right?
It's hump day.
It's a beautiful morning out.
Well, except for
Not
Marty.
for the camels.
I'm trying to get past the camels.
Except Marty. It's Friday for Marty.
It's Friday for
yeah.
Marty.
Why is
Happy
he
Friday.
taking the day off or weekend
He's-
off?
Well, he's a busy man.
Well, not if he's going to be gone.
He's probably getting ready to. Ooh.
You had a 5-day weekend.
You know, you just had information which I posted that there's a traffic incident.
Right.
At
It's a wreck.
Traffic wreck incident, a mishap at Henderson and Doors.
Yep.
And somebody's posting a video right now,
Mhm.
and
That is not a good place.
Ooh,
It
tore that
has
car
been in a wreck after wreck after wreck.
Yes.
When I lived there, when Robbie and I were living there.
yeah, you got to see it front row.
Yeah, there were more times I didn't need an alarm clock to get awakened in the morning. There was a wham, boom. Usually a screeching brakes and then a wham, boom.
You were in a bad spot, too, because of the power pole, which covers
What?
power,
Yeah.
phone, cable.
Yeah, I went out to a mini wreck there, and there was one lady that she was involved in the wreck, and she had a dog, and she was not at fault. Good thing, but she was an older lady, and she was there, and I walked out, and she said, "Oh, God, they're going to take me to the hospital. Can somebody call my husband? Let him." I said, "I'm sure that they will call." She said, "But I got my doggy here," and she was still holding the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Do you need somebody to take care of your dog? I've got 2 inside." She said, "Would you?"
Aw.
I mean, I'm not sure I'd have given up my dog to me or anybody else, but
Right.
you know, as it turns out, her daughter was a girl that used to work at WBBS with me as a receptionist.
Of course.
It was like, really? She came to get the dog. She said, "I know you." And I said, "Okay." And then she told me who she was. "I know you." So it was funny.
Was Paulette
No.
your GM?
No.
Okay, that was afterwards.
Sheldon Kellum was a GM.
Sheldon.
Yeah.
Sheldon was
way back when.
Commander.
Way back when.
Yeah.
Wow,
so-
they're just going way
Good old
back.
days.
Okay.
The good days. The good days. So, anyway, have we said who we are? We did.
Yes, we did.
What's going on? Everything?
There is a fly that is.
There's
aggravating
one in
me.
here,
You
and
chased him over to me.
if you will get it, land him on the table and just hold your ears, I will take care of it.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, if you see me jump up and something fall or something get thrown, you know I got
I'm
the
not
fly.
throwing
You got
anything.
any of that fritter left?
But
He'll
no,
go
I
get
ate
that.
it
He'll go
all.
get that.
No, I mean,
I
just.
tell you what, open the bag, he'll get in it, and close him up in the bag with just
we
the
could do
fumes.
that. We could do that.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Oh, I don't do things like that, do I?
No pun intended. It's a trap. Okay.
A whole bunch of stuff going on. It's cooler this morning, so we'll talk about that during weather. But it's
The grand
kinda
announcement. The grand announcement, Chris, about CB. Go ahead. Tell everyone about the grand announcement.
Oh yeah, so Miss Messino got smart because of
Who
again,
is?
she's the CEO of Cracker Barrel, who said,
Oh yeah,
"I made a mistake.
I screwed up,
I
y'all.
screwed up, and
Yes,
we're
I
not
know.
going to change the logo. We're going to leave
Leave it
Uncle
alone.
Harvey up there." And,
Herschel.
Yeah, Herschel.
The old
Uncle
timer.
Herschel.
I remember that
Old-timers
because his
stay
dad
there.
is, yeah.
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 So after she lost $250 million in stock, she decided Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Maybe it
Yeah,
wasn't.
maybe right now, yesterday, just before this came out, would have been the time for us to go buy stock in Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna miss all the memes because there were some good ones coming out. Yesterday it was dude wipes.
What?
Dude wipes. Yeah, they're wipes that you can use for various reasons, and they're for dudes. They're called dude wipes. I like them because they're large.
I know what you do with baby wipes.
That's what I was
Now, I'm
thinking.
just wondering if you do the same thing with dude wipes.
Well, I mean, they're dude wipes. You might want to take them if you go camping out in the woods.
We just use baby wipes.
Well, the thing about dude wipes,
I use toilet paper,
The only
and
difference,
corn cobs.
camel's hump. The only
That
difference
was for
with the
breakfast.
dude wipes and baby wipes, dude wipes are bigger, which are nice. They're bigger, they're longer, they're wider. Instead of the little teeny. Look. Here's a tissue.
Are they cheaper than baby wipes?
Yes. All right. Here's
Then why not
here's
just
a
cut them in two and
here's a
use it for
handkerchief.
babies?
Here's a
Baby wipe.
baby wipes are small, like
A baby.
pulling a tissue out of a tissue box. Dude wipes are longer and bigger, and they cover more room. They cover more area.
Okay.
I mean, you can wash your face with. I would get them to carry in the truck or something. You can wash your hands and your face.
The dude wipes.
Yeah.
So you're a dude.
No, I just like the dude wipes because they're bigger.
Dude.
There's more
wipes.
to them, dude.
The next 5 minutes are brought to you by Dude Wipes.
I can see you now. Timmy, driving down the road. You got to have on your dashboard some dude
I
wipes.
bet Timmy's got some dude wipes. I mean, if you
he's got
go-
burlap bags.
If you go to like Walmart, you can buy 3 packs of them cheaper than what you can buy a box of baby wipes.
Uh-huh.
They're just
Are
tissues
they reusable?
that are wet tissues.
Are they reusable?
Yeah, well, if you get that desperate, Rayford,
Well, during the
just let
pandemic,
us know
I
and-
was washing toilet paper. You understand? Hanging it out to dry.
Nobody was doing that because everybody had hoarded toilet paper. People had, you go in their house and open their closet door, it was packed toilet paper.
I put out after the pandemic, I was buying roll after roll of
Yes,
cases.
we all did.
No, after the pandemic was over.
It's-
when it
yes.
cleared out. But I was just advertising on Facebook Messenger,
Right.
and I was getting it half price because all these people had it stored and they didn't have any place to keep it. I was just buying it from them.
You know what I did with it?
She just
The
bought
neighbor's
that.
house?
She just bought that whole store.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sitting. Did you see my eyebrows
She'll
raised?
believe
I
this.
was like,
She'll believe this one though. I would go out at 4 a.m. and go hit convenience stores, locations and stuff, buy some, and then go drop it off at people's houses.
Well, that's just because that's
What
who
did you
you
leave it
are.
on the roll, or did you wrap the house with it?
I left
was
it on
just
the
gonna
roll
say.
It was nice.
in the package, especially if they had children.
Well, that's very nice. But I'm not getting up at 4:00. I may go get. Well, there are some people that I did buy things for,
Mhm.
and that I took
I'm
over.
sure we all did.
Yes, I mean we all worked together during that crazy.
I just went to
period
their
of
front
time.
porches when they were ordering online and took it home with me. They had plenty. It wasn't a big deal.
So you thought you were doing a good thing, and Rayford was coming up behind you taking it.
I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
You guys, well, anyway,
You know
I
how this
just,
day's going to be, don't you
I
guys?
just, we just had to start the show with the news about Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Welcome to one of our new followers there. We just picked
Yeah,
up one.
Ken.
Ken.
Good
Ken.
morning, Ken.
It's also AKA, as they say, K0RVW. He's
Okay.
got another ham, just moved into the area. Welcome to Onslow County, and he lives in Onslow Bay, so that's pretty cool. Not Onslow Bay as in the
No, I
water
know where
area.
Onslow Bay is,
You do
off of
now.
Rocky Run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that lives over there. The
Anyway,
HOA.
Can I mention this because of HOA and Rocky Run and Rayford?
Well, those all
Excellent
fit well
post.
together.
Excellent post that you did last night, I believe, about the funding, the loan for people on the roads that live on roads that
That
need
was-
potholes.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
beautiful.
no, that was, I just shared it
Did
from
you?
the county,
Okay.
yes. It's
Sorry,
the
Rayford.
Lonely Road.
It's okay. I'll
Thank you,
take
Lee.
credit.
Thank you, Lee.
Blame Lee, but I'll take the credit.
Yeah, I did that and the one on the space launch last night. But yeah, it's the Lone Road program because a lot of people have been complaining about like roads going into their subdivision. And they got huge potholes, need resurfacing. And there's a lot of subdivisions that in the past were approved, the builder built them, the builder was responsible for keeping the roads up. The builder eventually goes out of business, dies, or goes on. You never see him again. These roads aren't maintained. People, when you buy your home, you're pretty much told that in your contract that, hey, the roads are yours.
Small print.
Yeah, and people don't think about it. They don't think about it. But anyway, you get areas
10 years from now, you're going to need some help.
That's right. And when the road starts eroding and you have no way of getting it fixed because it's not state maintained. If it is not a state maintained road.
And the state won't take over a lot of these because they don't meet state minimum standards. They would
That's
have
right.
to tear down some houses, take over half of your lots on
That's
those
right.
on the streets, one on each side, and before they could even bring it up to minimum standards.
That's right. So anyway, this program that the county is, they have set aside money to where, and they're supposed to be having an open house on this. I think that's what I posted, and I'll pull that up and we'll talk about it again. It's the date and time, but where you can go and you can sit down with your county commissioners and the other representatives there and talk to them like, I'm going to throw a subdivision out there, Greenbrier on Gum Branch Road, which is right there near the golfing,
Swinging things.
Ed's place, swinging things. Okay. Yeah, Greenbrier subdivision is off Gum Branch Road. And I don't know.
Swinging things.
It's baseball, softball, swing a bat, and golf.
Driving range.
It's yeah.
And putt-putt.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Anyway, so I remember the roads getting really super bad in there, and they fought for years and years trying to get it fixed. And I think Mr. Bazin, who was the developer who had actually built that subdivision, had long passed on.
Not Earl.
And so I don't know for sure which Basin it was.
Okay.
But anyway, there was no way to get the roads fixed because if the developer or all the property owners didn't take charge and responsibility for it, who's going to fix the road?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the main road going in may be state maintained, but all the side roads, all the loops, and like Lorraine Court and all those others in there, I don't think they were ever state. But anyway, you can go there and you can say, what can we do? What can we do to get our road fixed? That does not mean the county is going to go out and fix everybody's road.
You can,
There's not enough money.
You can request to be annexed into the city, and then it becomes a city street.
Sammy didn't hear that. I hope Sammy was listening. You just gave him heartburn.
I'll do this while you read your commentary.
Well, I can tell you that
I'm going to kill a fly.
You gotta read your.
That's a big fly too, because when he goes by, it creates a wave of air.
I got a shadow. What a bunch of whiny babies they're out there. A substantial number of the editorial staff, those overpaid, underworked, full of themselves fashion writers at Vanity Fair, may be walking off their jobs. Global editorial director Mark Guducci considering featuring the First Lady after years of what he called exclusion.
Yeah.
Really? I have no doubt that the same Twinkies would be all over themselves if the rag was going to feature a transgender male. No doubt they would love to do a piece on former high fashion models Cheryl Tiegs. I'm sorry, guys, I'm giving you names you've never heard of. Christy Brinkley, Jerry Hall, that's a female.
I know, yeah.
I wasn't talking about you.
No, you said Jerry Hall.
Yeah.
She was married to a rock star, wasn't she?
They all are.
Or Lauren Hutton. All supermodels. They were all supermodels in their time. Why would you not jump at the opportunity if you were somebody, a writer at Vanity Fair? I'd be fighting for the opportunity to do that story. I would, coming from journalism, there were assignments that I would love to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not these guys. These Twinkies want to leave. Why would you not jump at the opportunity to feature the First Lady of the United States Melania Trump, a high fashion model herself before she ever knew of Donald Trump. Something is wrong with that kind of mentality, and it definitely proves that those lame brain liberals are definitely not fair or impartial journalists. That bias is showing through. From a business position, what an opportunity for the magazine. Good old guy Mark up there. You know, he's got his hands in Vanity Fair. The other Mark, one of the other Marks. What a great opportunity, though. Even if you look at the rabid Trump supporters, just at them, that's likely 30% of the voting population, plus the curious, the international market, and even the curious here. That's an advertising Super Bowl opportunity, if you've ever seen one. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, he's not going to be featured. His wife would be. Mr. Guidici, hire some new writers. Do like a guy named Reagan did when all those bunch of people, air traffic controllers, said, we can walk off the job. Goodbye.
Right.
Hire some more of them. Not a doubt in my mind that you likely, Mr. Guidici, have a couple thousand resumes in your files in your bottom desk drawer. Even way back in the days of the small market TV station, I always had about 300 young, energetic men and women who wanted a reporting job. That pile mounted up every year at graduation time. Then, sir, you can cut the pay of anyone threatening to leave. And if they walk out, fire them. Simple. Fire them. Abandon their job. There are people out there hungry for jobs. There are people out there probably much better qualified than your Twinkies at Vanity Fair. Guarantee you can find somebody, plenty of people, that will take on that job and will work their buns off and will provide you some fresh blood, fresh thoughts, a brand new Vanity Fair.
See, we know Steve's listening. He sent me a message. Jerry Hall was married to Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones. I knew she was married to
Somebody.
a rock person.
Well, she certainly looked gorgeous compared to him, regardless, right?
Oh yeah, she's pretty. She has a twin sister.
Oh, really?
She's a twin. Yes. Wow.
You hit a couple of points there. I just want to make a point of something. And I told Lee this last night. I think you were on there too. It was a sad state of affairs last night that the second lead story in national news was Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged.
Look, bless their
I
hearts.
went right. I saw that. I was running 90 when I went past it.
They said on Instagram when she posted that that it was getting over 4,300 hits per second, and it shut down Instagram.
Good.
Well, let me make this prediction right now on our show.
Yeah, what number is he going to be?
Well, no,
And how long?
5 years.
At the max.
At the
5?
max. 5 years. They're done in 5.
2.5.
It'll be a long engagement like all our others, and then they'll end up breaking up. She'll write another song and make a huge hit off of it.
And all these cities vying for their big wedding. Please.
I wouldn't even do the photography for that. You know what?
Well, you know what?
As a wedding photographer, I'm in charge when it comes to taking the pictures. Nobody else is.
As popular as her beau is, and being that we're a nation that thrives on sports, if she was to break up with him, it's going to hurt her career.
Well, this is his
He
last year.
He would be on the rebound,
Yeah.
and he would be in hog heaven.
I mean,
Think
Taylor
about it.
Swift is a sweet young woman. I mean, she's made her fortune and fame, and then you got your football hero. But really, I mean, stop the press. Are we going to do breaking news, interrupt TV programs to tell us all that
Sure, why
they're
not?
engaged?
Well,
We did it for Cracker Barrel.
No.
And to me, that was more important than this, whatever this sham is. It will maybe happen.
So, good weather, and then I'll mention something. If you want to.
Maybe.
We got coming up here
Yeah,
this morning. We've
Dr.
got,
Oh, Dr.
what is
Rose.
today? Dr.
Dr.
Rose
Rose.
coming up.
That's right.
And then at the top of the hour, we're going to get the guns out.
Paintball.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, I was getting
So
excited.
it's going to be paintballs loaded with gunpowder and a fuse. That's what we're
Okay.
doing at 8 o'clock this morning.
All
You gonna be a
right.
shot?
I don't get sharp. Well, not anymore.
Okay.
So anyway, weather time. Not sure if you noticed. We talked about it briefly at the beginning. The air is a little bit cooler this morning, just a wee bit. In the blue water area offshore, for a change, conditions are looking pretty darn good. Great time to take advantage of the opportunity. Offshore, northeasterly winds 5 to 10 knots today. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Pretty calm with the waves 3 seconds apart, but that's okay. Might be a little bumpy, but not a big deal. Not choppy. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Easterly winds tomorrow 5 to 10. Seas only 2 feet. Surfers beware. Stay home. 7-second intervals. Sounds and rivers a light chop. You won't be able to outrun the sharks tomorrow.
Okay.
Northeasterly winds on Friday, 5 to 10, becoming southeasterly in the afternoon. Seas about 2 feet again. Sounds and rivers a light chop. You may find a stray shower in the morning on Friday. The fish don't care. Go fishing.
All righty then. Today is going to be sunny with a high near 83. Calm wind becoming north around 6 miles per hour in the morning. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 60. Thursday, partly sunny with a high near 82 and a slight chance of an afternoon shower. And Friday, a slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mostly sunny with a high near 85.
That fly
Perfect football
that
weather.
fly is still around here somewhere.
Good Lord have mercy.
Well, he hasn't moved around since.
He
I'm
just
gonna
flew by
get-
you.
Oh, he did?
I'm getting my mace out of the truck.
No, don't do that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to mace him.
I got my pocket knife. Not a problem.
I'm going to mace him.
Might not get him, but he won't have kids.
Everybody would be crying. They're so happy once I mace them.
Yeah, everybody complaining about the president bringing troops to D.C.,
Cleaned it
Chicago.
up.
I guarantee you, Minnesota right now would love to have him there after the shooting.
Yes.
If anyone wants to talk about that.
Yeah,
One dead,
I saw it come through. Was it 5 shot? But
6
5
injured. Yeah,
But I did not read the story. So
Right.
tell us.
right next to a school. One was
Wow.
dead, 6 injured with a high-powered rifle,
Oof.
and he is still on the loose.
Really?
Ooh.
You haven't caught him yet?
Oh wow.
And it was just interesting. I was following Facebook a little bit last night, and the discussion was, are you willing to give up your state rights to the federal government?
That's not giving them up. The federal government has rights
Wow.
to protect all of us.
Thank you. And
Have a
that was pretty
responsibility.
much.
I mean, look at the federal laws that are on the books out there. They're called all sorts of laws out there. You know, it's illegal federally to rob a bank.
Mhm.
It didn't take away the rights of the states to charge somebody with robbing a bank either. What they used to do, even at one point in time, it was automatic. There were so many armed bank robberies in North Carolina that they were charging them under the state statute because we had gotten very smart until the liberal loonies came into power. We made armed robbery a minimum 25 years in prison sentence. That was greater than the federal statute.
Wow.
But we could use the federal statute to go after them, and of course we could use resources from the federal government because it was their jurisdiction. And when they started, arresting bank robbers on federal offenses in another state that committed here, they didn't have to go through that extradition crap. Grab them, snatch them up, and bring them home because it was federal bank robbery. Anywhere in the United States, you committed a crime against the United States government.
Yeah. The most of the comments that were on Facebook were similar to what you were saying. Look, if your local government, if your state government are not protecting the citizens, the federal government's going to come in and do it.
Sure, as we expect, because there's some really dumb states with very weak and look at a lot of the local police departments, even in North Carolina. We've had them over the decades. They didn't have resources. They had one cop in the town or 3 cops in the town, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They didn't have the resources. They have a major crime. Guess who they call? The sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
If the sheriff's office can't get to it, or they're overwhelmed, or maybe whatever, if he lands on my head, just hit him. Okay?
She won't.
All I see is
Lee won't
Chris
let me.
flinching out of the corner of my eye, and I'm just getting ready.
But then we've also got every department probably in this state at one time or another investigation.
Mhm.
I mean, that's one step up, right?
Right.
To assist with their local investigations that they didn't have the manpower or the expertise necessarily to do. They could call in the SBI, and they've got lots of power.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I don't know if you heard yesterday, but there was a man arrested in Lafayette Park near the White House for burning an American flag.
and Trump wants to make that illegal. It used to be, always was illegal.
Right,
Defacing the American flag was an offense. Even wearing it as part of your uniform, that took a long time before law enforcement officers could do that, because they had to make some changes.
It was a 20-year-old combat veteran. His name was Dave Perry. And guess what? He's from North Carolina.
Dave, shame on you.
Ah, shame. I hope he's not from here. Door locked. But you know what? The park police confirmed the arrest for violating 36 CFR 2.13A1,
burning, for one
which
thing.
prohibits fire in public parks except on designated areas. And but it's his First Amendment right to express himself, and that's what the big
That's what's been, it's
argument
been ruled
is.
that. But I do not
Mhm.
think that defacing the U.S. flag
I
is
thought
an
it was.
expression of
No.
is an expression of your rights, of your. I don't see that as being that. I don't think that's violating your First Amendment rights. There are other ways to do it.
I think you need to be deported
To where?
anywhere but the United States. If you're going to burn our flag, get out.
That means exiled, not deported.
No, get them out.
Let's
Deport
exile
'em.
them.
Yeah, okay. We'll
Move
do
them out
that.
of here. Deport them, and usually send them back to where they came from.
Right.
And that's fine. Deport. Well, we got a lot of those to be deported anyway. What do you think about flying? Well, let me put it this way: if you went to China, if you went to Russia to live, they accepted you.
Mhm.
Maybe your spouse was Russian, and they allowed you to come along, and you started flying the U.S. flag in Russia. What do you think would be going on?
I would be behind some glass case inside of it, waiting to hear my sentence.
Guilty already, huh?
Yeah.
Right up front. I understand appreciating your heritage, and we find that here with with flying a different flag from Mexico, from wherever, right? We find that routinely around here.
Mhm.
Imagine 1955. I was alive. And I remember my parents talking a whole lot of bad stuff, really bad stuff, about a place with a rising sun on their flag.
Mm-hmm.
If you found a rising sun flying in the United States at that point in time, it'd be World War III. It'd be short-lived, but there would be World War III against Japan. And everybody in this country flying that flag.
Just real quick, I just pulled up another news story about the incident. And in this story, they're saying his name is Jay Carey. So we have two different names for the flag burner, and which media is right?
What would the first one say?
The first one, Dave Perry, and this one says Jay Carey.
That sounds like people talking on the radio.
It sounds like people talking, giving information by the phone, and somebody misunderstood something. So let's see what that was from. NBC News, and then this other was from Newsweek. So let's see what another news source says.
We'd like to mention while we're Kathy wanted me to mention that the Reson on our fallen veteran.
Your timing is weird.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But it's good.
I tried to beat Dr. Rose.
He's learned from me.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat Dr. Rose, but if you Dr. Rose calling in probably shortly. No?
Shortly, yes.
Anyway, we have the second annual or second bike run of the year. We're also having a truck and car show. So if you happen to know of any truck or car show people, give Kathy a call at 910-548-6669. She'll hook you up.
There you go.
Now, this story had no name.
Apparently, he set fire. He burned his flag just a few hours after Trump signed an executive order seeking to crack down on those who burned the flag. That was just tempting fate, wasn't it?
It was. Do you think he did that
He
on
wanted to be the
purpose?
first. At one point in his life, he wanted to be the first. That probably will be the last.
No, this story has no name either, so I don't know.
Some of them were holding the name for a while, so I don't have a clue.
To get it right.
maybe like us, after they read it through two different ways, and maybe they just don't know which way to go. Which way did it go? I don't have a clue.
Oh, so Thomas has let us know that the reason it's against the federal law to rob a bank is it's a federal insurance on the banks.
Yeah, that was what the original reason was.
Really?
Federal Depositors Insurance, FDIC.
All right.
But they were all done there.
I just want to know, Tom, are you a Swiftie?
Oh, no, I'm sorry I brought that up.
A what?
Swift, too. That's
He
what they
says
call
Swift has a few million female fans that would go to war at her command. I just wanted to know if he was a Swiftie.
Okay, let's attack North Korea.
it. Yeah.
Hey, Swifty, did you hear what they called your husband to be?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord, Kim Jong-un.
Well, you
have
know,
not a clue what he said
after
about
all
you
that-
and him.
After all that, when she did some type of promo for Kamala, and in her and Trump, there was words thrown here and there. When they told him yesterday at the White House that, big news, Taylor Swift and
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce,
You
I
said who?
always want to reverse that,
That's right.
are engaged, and he actually said, well, I'm very happy
Yeah.
for them both. She's a good woman, and he's a good man, and I wish them luck. I'm like,
Hey, he doesn't.
where's Trump?
He doesn't even remember who she was. Not in a bad way, but I mean, to him, some people just don't mean anything.
Oh, there were some words before
that was when it
he
was
put
current.
out on her, and remember all that debacle?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Rose help.
Just to set the record, so everybody will know too. 1989 is where the Supreme Court said burning the flag was a First Amendment right. It was not. It did not violate the First Amendment. It didn't say it was a First Amendment
I
right.
still
It
say
did not violate the First Amendment.
send them out of the country.
On a slow boat to China. Good morning, Dr. Rose. How are you?
I am doing well.
Good morning, Dr.
Listening
Rose.
to good morning. I'm just listening to the history behind it. I did not remember the 1989 thing.
Well, I was very old then too, so I still remember it. It's like yesterday. I know what shoes I was wearing, the same ones I'm wearing today.
Well, there you go. You're a consistent man.
Yeah, there you go. How are things? We got the first week of school around here, and we're day 3 here, and we haven't had any lost children yet. I might have lost a few
That's
parents.
good. That's good.
Might have lost some parents, some mamas who have never been away from their babies before. They're in the first grade. I wonder what that's like. I can't remember way back then. My mama was dancing in the streets outside when my sister she was following me. So,
Other than the cool, if the weather wasn't so cool this morning, they'd be at the beach.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's nice weather. So,
Crazy.
is it that way you went?
Yes, ma'am. It was
68 here.
Yeah, well, is it now already?
I'll be 58.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it was 59 when I left my house this morning.
Yeah, it's high 50s here as well. Very nice sleeping weather.
Yeah.
What are you hearing with the kids back in school? Probably your patient load has dropped a little bit for the one day at a time.
Well, it's feast your famine. The ones that are well, if they have a need or an appointment, they're not showing up to their appointments because the parents didn't realize that they had booked the time, the schedule for the day that they started school. But we're getting a lot of phone calls, paperwork that they forgot to do, or sports physicals, and they start their sports. So we get lots of calls like that, and they're coming in for those things. Not getting too many sick ones. I mean, one little kitty here and there, but not too many. So it's just a thing of make sure that you check over your kids' shot records and the requirements, and if they need any medications like albuterol to be at school in case they have a wheeze or coughing episode, you need to make sure that paperwork is not absent. So you need to make sure you call your doctor, your kid's doctor, so that's done, and it's not at the last moment the kid suffers because of it.
Yeah. I remember going to school, first, second, third grade, and probably not in the first grade, but if we had a headache or we'd complain of a headache in the mornings or whatever, and it wasn't like a sign of anything else, my mom would take one of those little Bear aspirin tins. Remember those little tins that held like a dozen aspirin?
Yeah.
You don't remember those? They were a pain to get open.
I remember my
that.
mama having them.
Okay, but anyway, it had those, and she'd put two pills that she always had a spare tin around, and she'd wrap it up in toilet paper, toilet tissue, and put it in that thing so it wouldn't rattle around and become powder, like a BC powder. But then she'd give it to us to take to school. I mean, it wasn't that big a deal in those days.
My mama did that, but they weren't Bear aspirin; they were Midols.
In the first grade?
Not in the first
No.
grade.
Wait.
And you brought up the tins. I remember the tins, but they.
Dr. Rose,
Doctor, where did we go wrong, Doc? I came to an intersection and I did not see that car coming from the other direction running that red light until I had the crash.
What?
I think it surprised us all.
Dr. Rose, I've got a question for you. Is Kathy went to the VA doctors yesterday, and the nurse said, "No, don't worry about taking that new COVID shot that's coming out." I'm just curious because I asked when I go to the pharmacy, "Is the new shot out yet?" And they said, "No, we don't have it yet." I said, "Okay, well, I'll come back when you have it."
Okay.
Because I do it every year. I'm just curious your thoughts on the new COVID vaccine.
What have you heard?
What have you heard?
What have you heard?
I have not heard a lot, especially since the shot is not required and it actually is being frowned upon in children. So I have not heard a lot, but what I do know is that most people do not have a very bad symptoms with COVID. Even older folks, they might feel a little like flu-like symptoms. You'll have a fever, you'll be achy, you might have a sore throat, but within 2 days, you're feeling a lot better.
I don't want to wait 2 days. I don't have that many 2 days left to throw away.
Well, and so in other words, you really have to weigh the risk benefit. If you feel uncomfortable, you haven't had the flu shot or the COVID shot, and don't know how you will react to it, I say that if you're a reasonably healthy person, you may want to forego it. On the other hand, if you've had your COVID shots and you don't have a bad reaction to them, and you'd rather have the security of not having to be sick, I think it's probably a good idea for you. And so I think it has become more like the flu shot, where it's individualized, which I like. I like it better when most of the shots you should consider whether the benefits outweigh the risk.
Well, I totally agree with that part. I just don't. I've had all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was first in line every time, so I had no impact whatsoever, zero effects. I just went on about my business. No symptoms of anything.
I just don't think it's as prevalent as it used to be, and now we've built up as human race a big immunity to what it was when it first came out, because there's people that have had it, there's people that have gotten their vaccines for it, so I don't see it now being the same as it was when it first came out.
So you don't see an opportunity for China to come up with something else?
Oh, please.
And the symptoms, like I said, they're much less severe.
Right.
And so because of that, it's an individualized approach that makes the most sense. And you got to read up on it and see, what are the consequences of the vaccine, the side effects of them. What are they? So you know what to expect. And drink like anything else. You drink plenty of fluids. You try not to overstress the body. If you're feeling a little bit sick, Motrin will decrease some of that body aches and inflammatory reaction that you might get. But you do the same things if you have the illness as well. If you feel it coming on, don't just ignore it. If you feel a headache, but you don't usually have a headache and body ache, don't just go about your day, there's nothing, and shake it off. Make sure you take lots of fluids, rest a little bit more. Maybe take a 200 milligrams to 400 milligrams of Motrin, and that does the trick most of the time. The important thing is not to ignore symptoms that you should be paying attention to.
Okay, now what have you heard about, because we're not in the flu season yet, we're not in the COVID season yet. What kind of predictions are they having about COVID this time around? Because after you get it, it's too late to go taking the shot. So is there a prediction? Is there a prediction out there for any new strain of COVID that's coming about?
It depends on who it comes from.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's true. You really don't want to be catching it from somebody who might be from the Orient.
No, I meant
much worse.
I meant word on the new COVID for this upcoming year. Do we believe the FDA, the CDC?
Well, Fauci's gone.
Oh, Fauci. Who do we believe?
That's true. There are a lot of words out there, but for right now, what I can say is this bit of a COVID peak that has hit in the last few weeks probably hit at the worst time, because we can expect that there will be a good bit of a bigger peak right now because the kids have gone back to school.
That's true. True.
Yeah, they're not the most hygienic. They touch each other's food. They sit a little bit too close to each other, and they share stuff. So if you put all those things together, we know that in the next week or two, we should expect an increase. And then the kiddies bring that stuff back home. They don't get it all by themselves. They're going to be come home, and they can get grandma sick and get the baby brother or sister sick. We need to be watching out for those things, because that's where, and it's not just COVID. It's anything. It's strep. It's the flu, an early flu. But specifically for COVID, I think about it because it's peaking right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the numbers have definitely increased.
There are a lot of families, husband, wife, maybe a kid or two, and they're having to take care of grandmama in the home.
That's right.
In the home. Now, who's going to be at high risk for anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that. I think you better be weighing your own personal situations before deciding whether to or not to.
I agree, Rayford. I agree.
We need to be thoughtful. We need to be, just knowing what to expect. So I would separate those kids, especially really school-age kids. The older ones, they're not touching each other's foods and into each other's faces quite as much. But the younger ones, elementary school age kids, those are the ones that I would separate from sick older folks.
Absolutely.
Or the babies as well, because a baby that has a fever has to go to the hospital to be checked out to see the cause of the fever.
Yeah. Well, those younger ones are testing each other's food and yada, yada, yada. The older ones are kissy face. So, you're going to have it either way, right?
Here's a new one that just came out, too, from the HHS. I was just showing Chris. We were getting nauseated. Rare human case of flesh-eating parasite called the New World screwworm has been identified in the United States.
The what?
The New World screwworm. It's a parasite. And it came in with a person from El Salvador. See, she even knows about it.
I know where they got that name.
Yeah, you've been... Anyway.
And the one that we know about is a fungus, but you can't usually. I was reading up on it because I said, well, people are going to ask me, so I might as well know. Wow. But these are usually fungi, and they usually come from warm lake waters, pond waters, and kids go into these waters that are not
stagnant,
clean, and they breathe it in, and that's how it gets into into your brain, into your head, and into your sinuses, and can make you very, very, very sick. I think the survival rate for that is less than 50%. But the good news is it's very, 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 very rare.
You know,
So it's not something to be dedicating a lot of time and effort to. But it's sort of like rabies. If you get it, you may not survive. But on the other hand, we know how to prevent this. We know you don't go into warm, usually disgusting-looking water, and then put your whole face in there and breathe it in. So not a good thing. It can also happen if the fungus is around, like those vaporizers that people use when they have sinus infections, and you don't clean it out and
Really?
don't sterilize them.
Oh, great.
I don't feel well, Ray. I'm going home.
Well, I know. It's stay in the salt water.
Yeah.
You know what? Have you ever found worms around anywhere and put salt on them?
Oh,
Yeah. kills them.
The bottle of tequila.
That's a no.
Oh,
No, they just become alcoholics and die.
I should have never ate that fritter this
Sorry.
morning.
No, seriously, but salt water is, that cures a lot of things and stops a lot of things.
so you remember a couple of weeks ago I mentioned it to Dr. Rose about my poison ivy and poured salt water on it.
Yeah.
Healed right up.
Go down to the
She
beach.
knows. She's a doctor.
Roll around in that saltwater sand on low tides, this salt infused sand, and just scrub your skin with it. It's good for you.
Okay.
I heard it one time on the internet.
It's a beautiful day
Dr.
today.
Rose, next week I'm going to ask you about
A legitimate question.
no, seriously, a legitimate question on why poison ivy. Some people are allergic to it, and some people can roll around in it. And
that is true.
My wife, she reads the name in the book, and she gets an outbreak. And my son-in-law is the same thing. You go anywhere nearby, and he's done. And me, I've been in the woods since I was a little kid, around poison ivy, poison sumac, poison. I'm sure I would have had all of it. I mean, rubbed all over me. Maybe there's a way you build up immunity. I don't know.
I'm not even going to ask.
that's why I mentioned
go
it to
ahead.
Dr. Rose because I
No, it's
look
what
at it.
Rayford just said.
Well, you
so.
go walking through the woods naked, and you're going to get it.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Okay.
You should open the door. That's you.
I was being.
Right.
I was being. I mean, if I look at it, I'll get it.
That's what I mean. There's some people that do.
Oh.
I don't.
Dr. Rose, help me.
This has gotten way out of hand today.
So maybe next week you can have
We
a.
got to identify where it might be and try to
Kill
either
it.
professionally or carefully take it out of there, especially for our kids. So they are the most prone.
Yep.
We get quite a few kids that come in with it, but sometimes the parents will wait too long and the skin is getting infected and they are miserable. So we got to know where it is. If our kids are going outside and they're coming back inside and they have it the next day, you have some in your backyard or where they run around, and you got to get rid of it.
Okay, just real quick, so we don't scare everybody. Can you pass it from person to person?
You sort of can if you
good.
still have the solution, the
oils.
components on your skin, and you have it underneath your nails. If you scratch somebody or you touch somebody and you have it on you, but it has to be the actual. It's not like you catch it. They are transmitting it because they have it on them still, and so if another person is allergic to one of those plants, then they will also get it, but usually less severe because the contact is less.
Okay, well, that's good. But I've heard about it, Chad. If you come in and you're freshly infused with the oil on them, and you haven't taken a shower to get all that stuff off of you, and somebody else like my wife is vulnerable to it. She, say, "Hey, honey, let me give you a hug."
Can't that be transmitted from your pets if they're out there rolling in it?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Dr. Rose.
That's right. Yes, it can be. It's just it's the oil, like Mr. Rayford said, and so it can be anywhere. It can be you take your clothes off and you put it in the wash basket. Somebody's going to pick the clothes up. So And the person that picked them up and put them in the wash is going to have them on their hands, and they can spread it to their body.
How much is a hazmat suit?
They have them at Amazon,
We,
Rayford.
we need to get some of those things.
Amazon is Sears.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Dr. Rose, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rose.
There's always a lot
You're
of good
welcome. You guys have a great week and
Thank
a great
you,
Labor
you
Day.
too.
Have a wonderful
You
Labor
too.
Day.
Be
Have
sa-
a blessed
be safe.
week.
Thank you.
And don't go into labor.
What? My older brother was born on Labor Day. How facetious is
Okay.
that? I'm looking bio hazmat
Nine-
suit.
910-333-0139. We love hearing from you, but I just read where somebody actually said they supported the soldier in his First Amendment.
Yeah, there are a lot of folks who do that, including veterans.
Which I mean, I can understand that, but
Well, let me give you a little bit of history. It
Until-
started down in Texas. The 1989 Supreme Court deal started down in Texas because Texas, the state court there, they said Mr. Johnson is his name, Greg Johnson, or well, I forgot his first name. Anyway, he went to trial. Gregory L. Johnson. He was charged with burning the flag and yada yada yada, and he was arrested for it. He was convicted for it in Texas. He made appeal after appeal after appeal. Ended up in the Supreme Court in 1989, and the Supreme Court said
threw it out.
it's protected by the
Mhm.
speech under the First Amendment.
Which I believe in your First Amendment right, and if there is not a law on the books that said you will go to jail for burning the U.S. flag, then he has every right to do it.
And here's even if they put one on the books, the Supreme Court has ruled that it still is protected by the First Amendment.
Then why have a law?
Well, that's what I say. So Trump is just wasting his time and mine,
Right,
right?
yeah,
He'll do
it's gonna
something
be
useful,
futile.
Mr. Trump.
Futile.
But they call it. A lot of people will say, well, he's burning something. You can arrest him for doing that in a public place if
Mhm.
there's a law against it.
Right.
You go inside a building and you
Right.
set fire to the flag, you're going to be arrested for
Yes.
it, regardless if you set fire
Yes,
to the
you will.
flag or this box of tissue paper. But so there are the charges out there. But also, why is that speech? That's not free speech. You're setting fire to something. Supreme Court in the same ruling,
Mhm.
they explained that. They call it symbolic speech and political speech are protected
That's right.
by the First Amendment.
Absolutely.
So
Uh-huh.
they ruled two things. One is it is speech, is symbolic speech or political speech, and it's free speech under the Constitution.
All right.
So
And
the Supreme Court killed them both there.
do I like
So-
it?
No, I don't like it.
Do I think burning the American flag is the right way to express
Yeah.
yourself? No.
And if you
But-
come in here and set fire to my flag, you're probably going to
It's
get
allowable.
some fire extinguisher on
Wait,
you in the form of
it's-
pepper spray.
But on the symbolic part, so I'm just going to throw this out.
Mhm.
I'm in court, which I don't want to go to court, but I'm in court.
Tell us
I
more.
particularly don't like what the judge just said to me. Can I symbolically give him my First Right Amendment?
Yeah, for about 30 seconds.
You talking about
You
the salute?
salute. Yeah.
Good luck.
You know, he brings up a valid
I mean-
point. It's his right.
It's my right to tell
It's
him,
his
hey,
First Amendment right to tell the
It
judge
depends
what
on
to
what
do.
kind of charge they're going to bring against you.
Would I advise it? No.
I'm not going to do it.
You
Think
don't
about
want
it.
to drop a breadcrumb on the floor in a courthouse because the judge is in charge.
Right.
And if he doesn't like breadcrumbs, the judge is in charge. You will abide by dress codes.
Disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
You will not wear a cap if they don't want you to.
That's right.
You will not have your shirt tail out if they do not want you to.
Judge
You will not
Strickland.
wear
Yeah.
flip flops if they did not want you to.
Judge
You will
Strickland.
not. You will not wear shorts if your judge does not want you to.
Judge Strickland.
It's the judge's rule.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one of them must have done it because Onslow County's finest, when you're going in through there,
Yeah.
they will say you are not dressed properly. Don't even
That's it.
go through the.
Exactly. I remember getting picked for jewelry and going in there, and people coming in wearing T-shirts and shorts and tennis shoes, flip flops, whatever. And the
That-
judge going like, "You will go home and
You're
you
not
will change."
you're not excused from this jury duty, but
Right.
you will change your clothes, or
and if
the
you don't
sheriff will
come
take you.
back,
Yeah.
we'll have the sheriff come get you. Nah, that man scared me.
If you're going into the courthouse
he
for
was a
your
nice guy.
I put him right up there with Principal Soul.
But Who?
his intimidation.
Judge Strickland.
I know him.
Nice guy.
He was a lawyer for the county, I think, at one time. For
Was
the
he the attorney?
commissioners? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
He's a nice
he's
guy.
a nice guy. He and my
That's why
dad
his
were real
picture's hanging up
buddies.
there.
Well,
Okay,
We never had tea,
Let's see. Anyway, that's enough about the flag. We know all
all
about
right.
it. You know, now you got a little history under your belt.
Rayford, real quick, I looked up the biohazard hazmat suits for you. You can get them at Amazon for $6.33.
I'm
They're
not
disposable.
sure that I would trust a hazmat suit that costs $6.99. Free postage, probably shipping.
Yes, you're a Prime
No.
member.
No.
Well, here's some heavy duty full body disposable pants suits, $8.99. Yeah, they've got your needs at Amazon.
Oh, they got something to kill all the bad things in my garden.
Just a fly.
Yeah, this fly in here. Give me something to kill him
Meredith.
There is. It's called
You
a
see
paint.
it.
It's called a paintball.
with. Oh yeah.
You see it.
Splatter it on the wall, and then just go peel it off.
You know, I had
I guess I need to change
I had a
this.
kid one time. He was a teenager that was kind of who he was. Anyway, he challenged me to one of those paintball things. They had a court in Hampstead, and of course, you know what I did for a living at the time. So he just thought he's going to be a smart aleck. I'm going to challenge him. I'll show you. I'll show you what I can
Not
do.
good.
And I said, well, I don't have a paintball gun. Can I bring my real gun? He's no. So he got me a paintball gun, and he had one, and we both met at the range. But it was a war, one-on-one is the way it was. That's the way they set up these combat things, right?
I see him.
And then we got out there. Well, it's just like real situations in some cases. And he just, because those things fire fully auto at that time. And he went full auto on me. And you know how long it took him to run out of stuff? Well, I just stayed behind the barricade. And when he ran out of stuff, before he could reload, I'll walk up, about double tap, you're done. In and out.
I think that's yeah.
You don't play my war games. I play my war games. I play them my way. Well, we got a young lady in here. She's a real grower out there. She knows how to grow a lot of stuff. And I don't. Have you been raided out there lately? Have the helicopters fly real low over your 40 acres?
They actually do. Yeah.
they?
Hmm. Yeah. I don't think they're looking for my plants. They might be looking for somebody else's plants.
Meredith Croom from Grants Creek Nursery in here, but we're not talking about here for Grants Creek Nursery today. We're talking about war, aren't we?
I wouldn't call it war. It depends on the day, though.
Meredith, tell us what you've got a young man in here, and he looks like he's ready to go to combat.
He is. This is my buddy, Chris Kaufman. I've met him. It's been probably it's going close to 2 years now. My son, my oldest son, Nathan, he'll be 16 later this year. Want to have
have a 16-year-old.
I know. I'm definitely not. I mean, as a 29-year-old, a 16 is pretty old.
That would be illegal.
Yep. So Chris Kaufman runs the Jacksonville Paintball and Airsoft Park out there in the Southwest area, and we met him through just happenstance. Went out there for a birthday party, and Nathan fell in love with it, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, we were recruited into a paintball league.
Oh.
And I even specifically asked him, I was like, does he have to have any experience? He's like, no, we don't want him with any experience. We want to farm him up, train him up.
I got you.
So I'm going to let Chris talk more about the youth league and the nonprofit that we have paired with that. And Go ahead.
I've had one experience with paintballs that I just described, but after that, I had a real desire when I moved back to Jacksonville, living over there at Doris and Henderson, because the cars would come up there and they roll the windows down. They throw out their empty beer cans, their mini bottles that didn't have anything left in them, and their cigarette butts. For me to mow the lawn out there, I had to get a rake first
right.
to rake up all the cigarette butts. I had this strong desire, because I got cami stuff, right, for old time stuff they used to do. Lay out there in the yard at nighttime. You see the cigarette when they drive up, right? And they roll the windows down, and you see the cigarette butt flying out the window. I wanted to decorate the inside of that car with paintballs so bad. I figured it'd be a fun thing to do. Would that be illegal? Yeah, I found
Yeah.
out it was.
Yeah.
It's definitely legal.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Yep.
Ticket went my
It's
foot.
not what he really wanted to do.
Well, I'd already checked. Be sure.
What is the paintball league? Is it like broken into divisions, and you guys have a Super Bowl paintball champion?
So, well, kind of in the large scheme of things. So we actually fall under just a youth paintball league. A lot of people don't know that paintball starts, with Division 5, and then it goes up to semi-pro, all the way up to professional. They play internationally all over the U.S. as well.
Really?
Yes, sir.
It's an official deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colleges have clubs as long as they have a representative to set it up. So,
Good gracious.
so with the youth paintball league, we primarily focus on 10 to 16-year-olds, preferably with no experience. It's the best way to do it. That way we can teach them everything they want to do. A lot of people want to come out and try it, and they don't realize that competitive paintball is a little bit different than your recreational paintball. There's a lot of strategy involved. There's a lot of skill that can be involved, and it takes time. But that's really what we focus on is beginners, 10 to 16. Rosters are made up of five players per team. They play 3 at a time, though. So we're only doing 3-man, so we don't overcomplicate it.
So you have a team that competes against other teams.
Correct.
But do they all get out there and shoot at the same time? Is it like a free-for-all?
No, that's an excellent
I'm
question.
talking about for team to team.
Right. That's an excellent question. So you'll have 2 teams that play at once,
Mhm.
8-minute games, and then you'll play as many points as you would, per se, just like basketball.
Okay.
Except every time you restart, you start back on your start box, and you wait for the horn to go, and then you'll go. So right after that happens, your match or your point ends, the next team comes out. So during that time, you got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on what league you play in, to talk to your coach, figure out the new strategy, what we need to change based on what happened in that point to be more effective. And then you just do that for 8 minutes until either time runs out or you hit mercy, which is forward.
Let me ask a question. Just hit me. So, what came first? Because it sounds it's like laser tag a little bit, but more
Painful.
Meredith, more painful, but a lot more strategy than laser tag.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
You're essentially playing 4D chess. There's a lot of factors that come into play with a lot of terminology and things like that, that after we get past the basics, we'll start teaching all that extra stuff. But it allows you to be creative. Like you have to be understanding what's happening in a situation, be able to communicate that to your teammates that are out there with you. So it helps children build, good decisive skills and being able to think on the fly to be able to accomplish whatever they have at stake.
Is this you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just want to share.
There's definitely a big communication aspect in it, and I think right now with our kids being so ingrained in screens all the time, that is something that I find on the field. We're constantly like, you've got to open your mouth, you've got to communicate. A lot of people, I don't know, see paintball. They see the recreational side of paintball, and it's a team sport, but it's not. It's more fringe, so to speak, and it gets really shoved under the carpet. But it's been an excellent experience for my oldest, in just the fact that it's taught him to walk around with your head up. You lost a point, it's cool. Come out, you forget about that, and you keep on moving. You need to open your mouth, communicate. You build team skills with these people that you're on the field with every day. And quite literally, if you don't communicate with the other person and they're not communicating back, guess what? You're probably going to get marked out. So, you're dependent on your teammates, really dependent on your teammates, not to get shut out of the match.
A lot of folks in the real world of guns and things like that, where in law enforcement we train with guns, real guns, right? But we train to make sure we don't empty our weapons, spray and pray routine. There's a phrase there, spray and pray. A lot of people get up and just start. You see it on TV all the time. They got an empty magazine. Well, they never run out of bullets, but they do in about 3 seconds in real life. But Do you strategize on that accuracy above spraying and praying type thing, or there's got to be some kind of a strategy there?
So that's a difficult question. I mean, at the end of the day, it's always going to come down to skill. So we do a lot of one ball accuracy drills where we'll place targets out to different distances. They'll be behind bunkers, so sometimes you'll have more of a target exposed. Sometimes you'll shorten it up based on how accurate we're trying to be. But there's also a purpose to the spray and pray though. So sometimes you're not always just battling a player. Sometimes you're battling the gap, and so typically, depending on what the layout may be and things like that, you're gonna have certain spots where that person they're just gonna lay it down. Their whole job is to not let that individual come through the gap, and if they let that up and that guy makes it through, well, then that can put us in a more difficult situation. But both are utilized. It's just a matter of time.
So I can see the 3 team members concept there, but if all 3 of them are spraying and praying at the same time, they all run out of paintball at the same time, trying to reload.
Yeah, so
that creates a problem for them.
It does. So, but I mean, that there, again, it comes down to strategy. You got to understand what's going on.
You got to work together.
Absolutely. So even with your aggression, like some people think, oh, you got to go out there, you got to be aggressive, and that just means go out there and be wild with it. That's not the case. Like everything you do is controlled. Everything you do is methodical. Like you should take the time to figure out what's going on because, once rounds start flying, your game plan is going to change. So at that point, it's on those kids to decide what they need to do.
Yeah.
So Meredith, I think, forgive me, but I thought you said something about nonprofit. So is it? Or
Yeah,
I'll open it up to either
Chris
one.
would definitely have to explain the nonprofit portion of it.
You got something coming up, I think, right?
We do. So our next event is on September 13th. It's the last event of the year. Jacksonville Paintball and Airsoft Park will also be having their summer bash day. So it'll be a great time to come out, check out the sport itself, try the sport itself on a recreational side, and then you can watch the youth showcase their talents in the finale. So with the nonprofit, Coup Athletics is actually the nonprofit organization, and part of our bylaws were that we needed to give back to the community. So a couple of years ago, we had someone come in, asked, how can we make this into a league? Like, is it possible? I said, of course it's possible. It's just a matter of how we do it. Because it's a harder sport to get kids into. So, they always hear their parents' story about the pain and things like that. And it's like times change and, things become a little bit different. So once we got the league going, Coup Athletics, all of our guys were responsible for helping coach, ref, staff the events. There's a lot of times where we don't have practice going on, but our guys will be out there and still just playing with anybody that wants to play recreational or they want to learn something. It's a great group of individuals that are very dedicated to giving their time back to the community. So it's just good to see a program like this start to grow and build the youth beneath us.
Males and females
Yes, we do accept males and females.
on the same team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So
Yes, go
Just
ahead.
checking.
definitely don't sleep on the ladies that are out
Let's
there.
do
It's
it,
like,
Rayford. Let's do it.
they can be very talented.
Let's do it.
Let us do it.
Yeah, let's go out there and do it one day.
You're not going to last long enough to do it.
I bet I can outrun you.
I'm good.
Don't forget, I used to own a gun store.
It ain't me that you got to outrun.
So while they have the battle of the sexes over here, let me ask you a question. Are there referees out there watching this? And
Yeah.
Scorekeepers.
So yeah, we have a scorekeeper. We have a scoreboard out there with an entire sound system, so everything's off the sound. We have referees that are out there at all times. We have anywhere from 5 to 6 referees, and then you have one head ref. So your head ref is responsible for essentially all the other chaos that may happen, and that'll make the final decision based on whatever circumstances it may be.
Do they have advisors? I mean, does the team? I've got 3 people on this team. I don't know crap about this stuff. So what? Do you have advisors to help you come up with some kind of a strategy to beat the other people, like a coach on a football team?
Yeah. So the coaches are out there the entire time. Each team, when they sign up, they're given a coach. All the teams have practices beforehand. Practices are depending on what schedule you're in. It could either be Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. But then we also have parents that either play or been a part or have done a little bit of research. Pit crews are very essential. So a lot of the parents will help wipe the kids down, get them geared up, get the paint back on their back. And during that time, coaches will be talking to them. So most coaches have clipboard out there. We get the layout, so it'll be printed off, so it'll be laminated, and you can draw on there, do whatever you need to do, just like you would any other sport as you come up with a game plan.
So when Rayford and Lee go out there and they go,
Not against each other, as a team.
oh, as a team. Okay. Well, as a team, when they go out there and they accidentally shoot the referee, what's their penalty?
It's just highly unfortunate for the
Why
referee.
why you have to go there?
There are definitely some referees that catch the raw end of the stick sometimes.
Always
That's
there
why
was.
Yeah.
I'm protecting you.
I saw something right here because I've put all your information out on our social media today. You also do, Kelly, I hope you're listening, a haunted zombie shoot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, she's already signing up. Watch out, here comes Kelly.
Come on, Kelly.
That's-
signing us up.
That's super fun. So
We started all of our building this act in like a week.
uh-huh.
But it's going to be a great time. Volunteer list is already out. So if you go to our website at jacksonvillepaintball.com or paintballpark.com, you can go ahead, click the haunted tab right there, scroll down, and you'll be able to sign up as a volunteer or if you want to participate. Registrations go live, I think, September 5th, I want to say, for pre-registers. But no, it's a great time.
That's actually how we even discovered that there was a paintball. I mean, I've lived here all my life and had no idea there was
Right.
a paintball park in Jacksonville, and they did an amazing job. Halloween season before last of flyering the county with signage, and I'm a Halloween nut, so I looked at my
Yes.
kids and I was like, we're gonna go to this Halloween zombie shoot thing. And so we went out there, and when Philip and I got out there, we were like, we had no clue that this was here.
Okay. All right. Now, let me ask
yeah.
you this question. You got 40 acres of land out there.
Mhm.
How many of the
thinking
trees have you
that.
decorated with paint?
I have not.
How about your son?
No trees, but we've decorated a lot of 25-gallon pots. Yeah, some chairs. He's almost hit the camper a couple of times.
How permanent is this paint?
It's not.
It's not at all.
It washes right off.
Yeah, everything's biodegradable. It's not permanent.
Shoot. Can I bring my own?
No, unfortunately, you cannot bring your own. Everything's got to be bought through the facility.
Yeah.
It's just it's a safety consideration.
Don't you have an old fogies tournament, perhaps, that you could,
We don't.
That's why you need
But-
us with you.
If you get enough people, we'll do one.
I would gladly sit there and watch. I might ref from
In a-
the
In
outside.
a couple of years, you might be able to enter.
Thank you, Meredith.
Just kidding.
I also noticed that you can do groups like military groups. You also offer membership into this, gift certificates. Make a great Christmas present.
Well, I'm going to issue a challenge.
Okay.
I think we hear the Battle of the Badges contest from time to time. They play football, basketball, or whatever the games they play. I know they have played with axes down at Dorothy's place at Surf City. Why not a paintball shoot-off between the Jacksonville PD, maybe the SWAT team from PD or the SWAT team from
Oh,
the
that would
sheriff's
be
office?
amazing.
That would be absolutely worth
That would be
selling
amazing.
tickets to.
Yeah.
See, you need
Yeah.
to think about like I think. Can you imagine the number of people that would do that?
Be careful on that one.
Right.
There's something about law enforcement playing with guns that just
I know what you're gonna do.
doesn't sound
Guns
right.
all the time.
We've got quite a few guys who are service members or prior service members that come out there and
Uh-huh.
love it.
Oh, I
Well, there's a
bet.
reason for that. You got to shoot off stage somehow without it
Right.
spending $1.50 for a bullet.
Correct. That too.
Now, your location is over on Imperial Lane, which is in the southwest area.
Mhm.
Yep, that's correct. It's
And
right off
that's
Halls
where-
Run.
That's where all your courses are.
Yes, ma'am.
And you don't need suppressors on these paintball guns to hold the noise down in the
No.
neighborhood, right?
No.
No, they're pretty quiet the way they are.
This is where your biohazmat suit will come in. Do you want me to go ahead and order them for you?
$6.95.
$6.33.
I don't trust anything for $6.33.
You can buy a painter suit.
I mean, that's
Just give me some painter's
See?
tape. I can.
once you're done,
Glue
you can
myself
just
out.
peel them off and throw them in the trash, and you're all clean again.
Yeah, nobody has to do your
Or I
laundry.
can just use the blue tape.
Now, Chris, explain to
Painter's
me
tape.
what the difference is between paintball and airsoft, or is it the same, or
No.
what do you mean?
No, it is different. So paintball is a 68 caliber projectile, and then I also come in a 50 cal that we use for a lot of our youth. So those start out anywhere from 9 to 11 years old, and then once they hit around 12, based on the party, then we bump them up to standard. So airsoft is just a 6 millimeter plastic BB. But if you look at like the scientific side of it, pain wise, they feel the same.
So
Yeah.
parents that are listening right now, thinking about getting their children into it, what kind of investment is a parent looking at?
So for the Youth Paintball League, they don't have to invest in any gear or anything like that. We provide everything for them.
Nice.
Mask, pod packs, gun, tank, loader, everything that they need to actually participate in the league, we provide that for them. Now, if some kids overall, like over time, they want to go ahead and get their own mask, that's cool. It's probably way more comfortable. You're probably going to hear a lot better. So, but as far as extra safety precautions and things like that, like arm pads, some kids have them, some kids don't. It just kind of depends on, how they want to go about that. But as far as everything else, we provide everything for them. Paint is the only thing that they have to purchase.
I found the one for us. They have different options. They have a low impact.
She's going to get you out there, Ray.
that would be us, the low impact.
I'm just a double tapper. That's all. Unless you're wearing body armor, then I do triple tap.
Birthday party is a great place to book for a birthday party.
Yes.
Could you imagine the kids?
Oh God, they're
Such
going
an
crazy. That's
awesome
better
time.
than a slip and slide thing.
Could you imagine as a parent going to
Jesus.
pick up your child and like, what has happened to you?
Are you mine? Are you sure you're mine?
Yeah.
Tell me your name.
How much fun. That would be so fun.
They are fun.
Oh.
So we even do them down for 5-year-olds. So ultra low is just like a jelly ball gun, so it's water based.
Water
So
Read
it's
that now.
way less sting.
And
It's
they're
perfect
mess
for
free.
kids. Yeah, absolutely, and they clean up really nice.
Okay, now let's talk about safety.
So much fun.
We're going to have. We've got one person who calls it legalized brutality for high school kids to play football. Legalized brutality, but then they get hurt. He says 1 out of every million or something. What about softball, paintball? Is there damage there that's done, or potentially?
Potentially. I mean, with any other sport, your body is going to take impacts over time. You still will get, regular athlete injuries. You may get some bruising, depending on how close you are if you get shot. But I mean, that's just the reality of what it is. But as far as actual injuries, paintball is way safer than most other sports.
No concussion type situations happening.
Yep.
Okay. No broken necks unless they do something stupid.
I have not seen one.
Well, here's some extra perks that they list when you go out there and like you book a party or whatever. You get shaded party shelters, dedicated picnic tables where you can have your own picnic table,
Mhm.
gear tables, bring your own cooler. You can bring your own food and drinks. A free Jacksonville Paintball Park T-shirt, nice, and of course everything is safety first. They have their referees are trained to ensure a fun and safe experience for everyone. So I think we have to go out there. one
Parents,
day.
I would strongly suggest you do something
Love
like
to.
this. It's organized. If you go over there to the store or online and order yourself a gun or one for your kid, you have no idea what you're doing. You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
It's basically parents don't when it comes to something like this. I wouldn't know what to buy. If you tell me what caliber I want to buy for my kid, I can work on that, no problem, and the bullet weights. But for something like this, I wouldn't have a clue what to do. Rely on the experts, parents. Don't go get stupid just because you got a 12 gauge or a
Right.
44 Magnum. It doesn't make you a paintball person. Probably just the opposite, right? So,
Yeah.
Now this is something you can actually do even in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
what?
We
Oh,
definitely,
you get washed off. You don't have to go home, take a shower.
There you go.
we definitely play in the rain. I mean, there is precautions that are out there. If it's raining too heavy and you're physically not capable of being able to see, we will stop gameplay and then lightning. So
Oh, yeah, please.
that's important.
so we'll do 30-minute breaks through there. Every time another strike is seen, we won't continue until we're in a safe environment.
This is pretty cool, Rayford. They have 4 epic paintball fields. One is called an action town, where they have over 30 buildings, a 2-story castle, and an urban-style combat field. They have a woods course, where you get to go play in the woods. And they have an urban course. It's a fast-paced environment for high-energy gameplay, and a speedball turf field, fast, competitive, and exhilarating.
So
Let's do the
speedball,
action town.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's all the
big fun.
buildings.
Speedball is the actual field that they play in the leagues. They play speedball.
I could see setting up combat type thing, and they're
Yeah.
clearing the houses like an urban thing,
Mhm.
clearing houses, going
Just
from one
make-
way,
I would
not
just-
knowing who's inside.
I would just have to make sure the wooded area is all cleared out of poison ivy. Oh,
You, you get what you get.
and that's exactly what I would do.
No. We'll let you go through there with some signs, and you find it. You can find it very easily, right?
Yeah, again.
And then just put a sign where it
Or
is.
does it find you?
Fine.
Yeah.
How did you get started in this, Chris?
As far as like paintball in general,
Yeah.
I mean, I played in high school, like just messing around in the woods, like any other teenager probably did. And then when I went off to the military, I had a roommate that played competitively. He took me out one time, and I was like, "This is
real.
yeah, like this is pretty sweet. Like it's super fast paced." So we got to our duty station. We ended up stationed together, and next thing I know, I bought all my stuff, and I've been playing ever since. So, but I've been playing since 2012.
Well, thank you for your service
Now,
also.
way back when this other person was buying these things, he had wild and crazy guns, like $400, $500 guns. Is that required?
We're past that.
It's not required. Like it's not always the gun that makes the
What
player.
Amazon's
It
got.
comes down to skill.
Yeah.
But I mean, is there perks to owning a more expensive gun? Maybe, but is it required? Absolutely not.
Mhm.
Like when you get into the competitive world, I mean, if you're going to buy one, you're probably looking around like $300.
Okay.
But again, like you don't have to buy anything to join our league. We provide everything for you.
Sure.
One last question from me is, because it's a league, is there practice?
Yes.
Is there
Yes.
practice time?
Yes, there's practices and scrimmages. So they'll have, they're always practicing with another team. So at a practice, there's no more than 10 kids. So because each team, if they're maxed out, they'll have 5. So we don't do anything past that. Sometimes the field gets split and they work, individually on their teams will work on individual stuff that they need to work on. And then other times, they'll practice together so that, kids are still meeting other kids from different teams and building more bonds with them as well.
Cool.
I
This is
just
good.
found you a starter kit on Amazon. It's even got the vest.
$17,000, right?
$309. That's not
Oh, that's
bad.
cheap.
We're still working on your $5,000 one.
That's better than a.
Christmas gift.
I mean, they go from $50 all the way up. So, ooh, I want the car.
Oh, she's going to get hooked on this one. I can see it now. And no, you cannot bring your Model 19 with you.
She's disappointed.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't take paint
Yeah.
anyway. So,
Well, it's called Lady Blue. So anybody that shoots her has to use blue paint. That was her name. That was her call sign.
you graduated from White Oak, didn't you?
I did.
What year did you graduate?
1999.
My daughter was a little ahead of you.
Mm.
She was 95, I think. 94, 95.
We actually beat Jacksonville in football that year. That was what we
You
had.
can
to-
remember that well,
I do. I
because it
do.
doesn't happen
I
often.
No.
I worked security at all those games at White Oak there during that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did one other time back
It was
in the 70s.
right. Shut up.
I was there. Sorry, I was there.
She's quick with that shit.
I know that.
It was.
I'm
It
gonna
was.
tell you.
Yeah. That. I mean, when we beat Jacksonville that year, that was
Painted the
that was
town.
definitely the feather in the cap for class of
That
'99.
used to be the start of the football season
Yeah,
when
it
it was
did.
Jacksonville White Oak. And remember last year we were up in the broadcasting booth and we were watching that. We were at White Oak watching the game with Jacksonville. We paced, didn't we? We paced.
We did
back
not
and forth.
expect what to occur to occur.
Wow.
Mhm.
White Oak came out swinging. Jacksonville was still tying the shoelaces.
Yes. It was just at the very last of the
Uh-huh.
game that Jacksonville.
It took a while to
pulled it out.
catch
We were
up.
like, "Ooh."
Back in the day, White Oak could lose the rest of the games, but if they said they beat Jacksonville,
We'd won the season.
Yeah,
that's what-
That was, I mean, seriously, that
crown.
was, yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
good old days.
The yearbook that year said, "We beat Jacksonville."
Yeah.
And that was the cover of the yearbook, right?
hmm
Yep.
Yeah.
It was in there, that's for sure.
Chris, thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you
Thanks
so
for what you're doing for the
much.
kids out there too. Because
Yeah,
that's,
thank you.
we didn't talk that much about it, but this is great stuff. Keeps their minds occupied, keeps their bodies occupied, keeps them off the streets, keeps them something
Correct.
positive to do.
Yep.
And it's good, healthy stuff to do.
It is. It's good, healthy stuff, and it just, I like this. This is pretty cool, and I think we should get a team together, and maybe we can call Henry and get him to get a team.
Y'all can do a party out there
Big enough
one
party.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Do a live and local party.
Oh, that would be cool.
Carol,
That
listen-
would be
you
so cool.
listeners out there.
Live
That'd
and
be-
local and all the
That would
paint
be
that you can
actually
eat.
super cool.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
I would do it in a
I would
heartbeat.
have so much fun with that.
Yeah, Yeah. So that would be fun.
We should try to do that.
Do what now?
A live and local party.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
I'll challenge the sheriff himself.
Oh, I don't want them. They're too boring.
Just the sheriff.
Chris is not boring.
No. Chris would be out there just like being sheriff. No. We have to go with something a little
Just
bit.
put him on this. Just put him outside as a
He
He could
coach.
be the referee.
He is
Yeah.
always the sheriff.
I
Known
know.
him a long
Chris.
time.
So did I.
I'll get retired Colonel Worrell out there. He'll do it.
Donnie.
Donnie will do it.
Or do you have any
I don't want
little
somebody who's
devices
been
with
trained.
paint in them that you can throw? You pull the
Been
pin and you
trained.
throw it, and it goes boom. It gets everybody.
Not with paint inside of them. We do have things like that. So we do offer smoke grenades and different things that may explode.
Steve has a question.
and loud bangs.
Steve wants to do it.
I was thinking. I was thinking that paint grenades, paintball grenades. Well, if you're gonna go in combat, you got to carry some grenades, right? You're a Marine, you know that.
He's
Were you a
not-
Marine or Navy?
I was a Marine.
Steve,
Good morning.
Good
take your
morning.
best shot.
But all right, guys. I actually had a question, and y'all may have covered it, and I missed it. I'm not sure, but I was wondering: do the kids play with a lower velocity paint gun than the adults do?
So for the youth league, they don't. They actually play with the same marker that all the adults will be playing with as well. But the field itself does offer parties that do the low velocity and ultra low velocity. So the field has the options for that if someone wanted to book a party. But as far as competitively, they will play with the same velocity.
I got you.
They learn early to duck.
I got you. And what is the standard? For some reason, I was thinking it was under 300 feet per second.
That is correct. So tournament legal limit is 300, so that's got to be under that. Most times they're going to fluctuate anywhere from 285 to 295.
I got you. I was going to say, I remember years ago, probably 20-some years ago, I played paintball a little bit just for fun. And I know there were some people that had guns that were souped up, for lack of a better word, and could really reach out there and sting you.
Magnums.
No, that's
Well,
just on the settings.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they were above 300 feet, but they would, they sting pretty good. But I was just wondering about that, if that was, that was the rules there still. I remember years ago, Lee, didn't they build one outside of the gun store y'all own?
No, not there. I know
Probably
he
airsoft.
eventually opened up one on 17 South towards
Oh, okay.
Corona,
Okay.
right down the highway.
I got
But yeah, he had that out there. But no, we didn't have one at the Sportsman's Lodge. No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was one. I thought that was where it was at. But anyway, but yeah, that was just my question. I was curious about that. So just come across my mind.
Steve, you gotta get signed up, get on out there and go do some shooting.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, we have
I-
Steve on our team.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say I played when I was younger, and I can still tuck and roll. It's the getting back up part that I have difficulty with.
It's just more roll than more.
Yeah, I just gotta lay there for a few minutes and think about it afterward.
yeah.
You could reach
Usually that's my
out.
downfall.
Who could we challenge?
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you,
God
Chief.
bless
Bye.
you.
How about if we do radio versus TV?
Ooh, that would be fun.
Like those girls from TV 12.
Hey. I didn't say that.
They're still
they're
trying to
nice.
get dried out from the last hurricane. Leave them alone.
It wasn't a hurricane.
It was not. I mean, it was out there, but it was not here.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Unless they were 300 miles offshore, it was not a hurricane. They got in a rowboat up here, and the water was 4 inches deep.
All right, we're not going to do that to them. I started it. I'm sorry, girls.
Yeah, it's your fault. Chris, thank you. We do appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
No, thanks for having me. I really
thanks
appreciate it.
Thanks for doing something like this. This is great. Your
It's great to
partner's still in it. You guys are in the Corps together.
Oh no, he's
long gone.
He lives in somewhere else now. But I do want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors who helped make all this happen. Echelon Design and Services, Need It Now, Grants Creek Nursery, and then Jacksonville Paintball and Airsoft Park.
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
Very
I like
nice.
that.
Very nice.
Thanks for turning us on to this one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. And
that's
don't
great.
forget, September 13th is our back to school bash. And
And the final.
And-
That's a
Volleyball.
Saturday, I
Yep.
think.
It's
And
Saturday.
Okay.
if you want to just come be
Everything
a
starts-
spectator and view it and check it out, that's absolutely going to be one of the best days to do it.
Yeah, the tournament starts at 9, and then the regular day will start at 10 a.m.
You got 2 weeks and 3 days.
Yep.
Not that I'm counting.
Get ready.
All right. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
This is great.
That is just such a wonderful thing to have some that kind of activity for the kids, for the adults as well. But for the kids, they got something to do. Adults, school teachers will tell you that recess is a wonderful time just so kids can get out there and run just as hard as they can run and do things. Throw that ball, trying to knock the other person out of the ring, that kind of good stuff. Kickball, any sports like that you're going to be very active. The kids, it's wholesome.
Yeah. It's kind of like
It
dodgeball.
is
That's
very.
what I was doing. Throw the ball as hard as you can. We used to throw the medicine ball at them. It took about an hour and a half for it to leave our hands and get there. Did you
Yes,
ever pick
that
up
would
any
be a
that?
lot of
You ever work
fun.
out with a medicine ball?
Yeah.
Those suckers are
Yeah.
heavier when you're like 6 years old.
That would be so much fun to get a group together and do a competition amongst ourselves. That would be, we would have a blast.
She's not going to let it go.
I would have to go do it because I would have to get over the fact that, the way that I've always
Yes.
trained to do things.
Happened to my seat.
Sometimes it can be really maddening when you learn something and you say, well, I can't really chop their heads off or anything.
Is it?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what has happened to my seat because they used to sit higher.
Well, Chris may have lowered it. Or did
There's
they
a little
switch to
lever on the side.
I'm not going to do it right now because my luck, it'll send me flip me back or something. I'll do it. But I'm sitting here and I'm like,
You
what
have
happened?
shrunk a little bit.
What happened?
You shrunk.
I feel like I need a.
It's about time you started looking up to us.
Oh my gosh. You're going to regret that.
Chris, offshore today, northeasterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet. Pretty calm with the waves only 3 seconds apart, though. But the water's calm. It's nice.
It's calm.
A little bumpy, not choppy, not whatsoever. The sounds and rivers, especially those big sounds like the Albemarle and the Pamlico, those things, they can get rough like an ocean, and they're not as much water space to disperse all that water that's bumping around there. So sometimes it's even worse than the ocean. Thursday, easterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas about 2 feet, 7-second intervals, sounds and rivers are like chop. Friday, northeasterly winds, again 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeasterly in the afternoon, seas about 2 feet, sounds and rivers are light chop. You may find a shower or two in the mornings.
And from the low ground, today, sunny with a high near 83, calm wind becoming north around 6 miles per hour in the morning. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 60. Thursday, partly sunny with a high near 82 and a slight chance of afternoon showers. Friday, a slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 85.
Well, we're losing another guy from the census of the United States.
What?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Kilmar Abrega Garcia to Uganda. The MS-13 gangbanger is from El Salvador, was hanging out in the United States as an illegal alien, was taken into custody Monday by ICE agents He was overheard on video uttering two words in Spanish, translated into English, corrupt government. Well, I agree. A government that permitted this guy and others like him is indeed a corrupt one. What has been in the past, those currently driving the train are doing what we the people have been demanding, the removal of a lot of folks that were never supposed to be here in the first place. Garcia had been living in Maryland and was given the name Maryland Man, an effort to provide a degree of legitimacy. It did not work. Along with being an MS-13 gangster, Garcia is a human trafficker, serial domestic abuser, and child predator. According to the Department of Homeland Security, Garcia's bank of lawyers, how can he get a bank of lawyers? Somebody's funding that.
Of course.
ACLU.
Yeah.
American Criminal Liberties Union, right?
There's always somebody.
Anyway, his lawyers say he has no convictions for any crimes and denies that he's a member of MS-13 or any other gang. I don't buy that worth a crap.
Well,
They got too much information on him.
we have one less in Onslow County. A North Carolina Insurance Commissioner, Mike Causey, announced that a woman from Onslow County was sentenced 7 to 12 years in prison after a plea agreement with prosecutors on several arson and illegal burning charges.
Man,
On Friday, August 22nd.
don't you know
last
you're
week,
going to get caught when you do that?
Chastity
People are
Dawn
sus-
Keeter, 37 of Jacksonville, was sentenced to 84 to 149 months in prison after pleading guilty to her involvement in 6 Onslow County fires.
Don't you understand they're going to catch you sooner or later when
Yeah.
you do the same thing over and over and
She had
over again?
5 counts of second-degree arson, 2 counts of burning personal property, 1 count of animal cruelty. I don't want to hear about that. Additionally, she was given a 38 to 64-month suspended sentence and 5 years probation to be served at the end of her active sentence. The Department of Insurance's criminal divisions began its involvement in the case in February 2023 when Jacksonville Police Department asked them to step in. She entered an offered plea on these charges, which is a plea that allows defendant to plead guilty without admitting guilt, acknowledging that the prosecution's evidence is likely sufficient for
Y'all got me,
a
but I ain't going to
conviction.
fess up.
Yeah, isn't that a no contest? Is that the same as a no contest? Sort of.
Well,
kind of.
she still doesn't. No, she's not. She's contesting the charges, by not admitting it. So that doesn't work.
It allows her to plead guilty without admitting guilt, but I thought that a no contest was the same.
No contest is to plead no contest. No, I'm not sure. I'm not saying that the charges are good or bad. I'm just not going to say.
So an offered was you are pleading guilty, but a no contest is I'm not saying
I'm
anything.
just not
No
going to. I'm
comment.
not going to.
Okay, gotcha.
Basically, yeah.
Gotcha.
And no comments.
Gotcha.
Remember the story of the Milwaukee judge, a county judge? Her name is Hannah Dugan. You don't remember? I'm going to tell you. She
Tell
made
me.
it to the national news desk when she was arrested back in April after she was accused of helping Eduardo Flores Ruiz avoid plainclothes immigration and customs enforcement agents who were trying to serve him with a warrant. Her attorneys argued she is entitled, as a judge, to judicial immunity for her official acts.
What?
Yep, that's what her attorneys say. She kept the guy that the ICE was looking for, go back there to my office and hide, or wherever she did it. They had a warrant for him. She interfered with them. She interfered with due process. And they caught her. Anyway, the big story is this should be a nationwide case. It should be, people understand. Judges are not immune from prosecution for doing things that are improper from the bench. They generally would never be arrested, and this is what their attorneys are arguing, unless they did something other than outside of their scope of duties on the bench. If they were on the bench and they used it, and they claim it's part of their official duties to hide this guy from the feds, then their contention is she has judicial immunity.
But that's not her
No.
duty to hide someone.
That's what the Homeland Security and the Supreme Court said. So, yeah, but it's the way her attorneys just didn't want her to go get charged with it, and she's being charged with it, and the court said, nope, too bad.
Oh,
A federal
hiding behind a
judge-
robe.
A federal judge disagreed with the county judge's immunity claims, and the charges are there. No doubt this will end up being scrutinized by the highest court of the land. That should be very interesting. I'd like to hear what they say. It should take them about 34 seconds. No, you cannot hide behind the robe, under the robe, or anything else and commit criminal acts and thinking you're going to get away with it because you're not immune from prosecution for doing something criminal while you're on the bench. And she hid this guy. That was not part of her duties, judicial duties. She could find him not guilty. Right?
Yeah.
But there's not a thing you can do about it. I argue that there should be, but when they start making rulings like that from the bench, but in other cases, I think they should be subject to prosecution, persecution, and civil acts.
Yeah.
There's my friend. I haven't.
Go ahead and get my
Theo.
coffee.
No.
All right, now I got you.
Hello, Theo, my friend.
What's happening? Deplorables.
I missed you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
You missed me?
of course I miss you.
He'll aim better next time.
Rayford,
Yes.
the guy was going to court to update his status. There's thousands of people go there to update their status.
So what?
ISIS should have never went for him.
ICE had
Because he's
no.
okay.
That's not up
He's
to you.
okay.
That's not up to
And he
you
was
or the
updating
judge
his
to say.
status. And the judge was updating his status, and the guy was making his visits just like a normal person. So where are they going to get him for? Well, for what reason?
They had a warrant. I don't know what the warrant says. They had a
Okay.
hold on,
The warrant
Theo.
is fake.
Theo, just hold your horses. They had a legally issued warrant by a U.S. magistrate or a U.S. judge. They had a legally issued warrant. They were required at that point in time to go and find this individual wherever he was and to arrest him and take him before a judge to answer the charges of whatever those charges were. This county lawyer and county judge had no business interfering with the official duties of a law enforcement officer under those conditions. None.
That's your thought.
No, that's the law.
Where does it say that? What news story did you find that says that he was there in court to try to change his immigration status? Because that I've not seen. What news story are you
That's what
referencing?
the Gestapo is doing. They're going to court where these people are updating their stuff, and on the way out, they're grabbing them. Why are they doing that, Lee? If they're updating their status, and they've been here for years.
Where are you
Why-
getting that information? Because I've not seen it. And
Oh,
I would
okay,
like to
very
read. No,
good.
really, I
Okay.
would like to know where you're getting it so I can review that.
It's happening all over the country. They're going around after the people going to making their appearances. Okay, read all about it, and they're grabbing them on the way out from the court. Why are they doing that? For what reason? Well, these people are family people. They got jobs, and on and on and on. Anyway,
So
what did you think about Commissioner Robin there yesterday? Wasn't he a little bit rough?
He was
He
not.
wasn't himself yesterday.
He was
wasn't
not
as
feeling well.
happy-go-lucky.
Yeah,
He was a little stiffy.
He's had some
He was not
some
health.
health issues. Not
Yeah.
I don't want to call it medical
Oh,
issues.
okay. I didn't know
No,
that.
he was
I
not
just noticed that
feeling
he was
well.
a little different.
But he honored his honored the fact that he was scheduled to come in, and he was just feeling really rough. So that's
Okay,
why.
well, I hope he's okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know
he's
that.
fine.
I was concerned about him. I had a chat with him yesterday too.
I noticed that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Now,
He's
let me
just.
ask you about Onslow Memorial.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go, Lee.
Don't be
Lee,
dogging
how long you been
hospital.
in this county?
All my life, and I've never had an issue with where they've always treated
Okay, you
me
never
and
had
my
any
family
issue, but
well.
I told you before, when we came here in 2004, they told me
2004.
two things. All my people around here, do not go to Onslow Memorial, and do not buy a car from these dealerships. So you knew in 2004, since you've been here, that Oslo had a bad name.
Oh, where's the proof? What do you have to tell you
We
that?
heard it through the grapevine.
When did you
Yeah.
come to this county?
Yeah, heard it through the grapevine.
I'm sorry. Theo, did you ask me when I did?
No, Rayford. Rayford, when did you come to this county?
1952.
Okay, so you knew about Oslo Memorial anyway.
What about
You
Oslo
knew about
Memorial?
that. Why would they come and tell me that? I was a stranger here. I came to live here, take care of my in-laws, and they told me two things: Memorial or Oslo Memorial, staph infections, dirty, and the nurses were rude. That's what we got when we came here. And do not buy a car from this dealerships because they up the cars because of the Marines. Now, you guys didn't know all this?
Those are
You've been here for a
such
long time?
Okay, let me just clear a couple things about cars, all right? I moved to Wilmington, okay, go to work there. I would drive back to Jacksonville because I got a better deal in Jacksonville on cars than I got in Wilmington. I bought a 1978 Trans Am as it rolled off the truck in 1977, October of 77. I bought it for $1,000, a little over $1,000 less than I could buy it at the best car dealership in Jacksonville, Wilmington. I bought, like, God knows, 4, 5, 6, 7 different cars during that period of time, and I bought every one of them in Jacksonville because I couldn't get the same deals in Wilmington. All right? That's the fact. Now,
Okay,
I don't know
so
what
why
you're
did they tell
talking
me
about.
that when I got here?
I don't know, because you deal with the wrong kind of people, I guess.
Okay,
now, hold it. Let me go back to
You're the
Oslo.
natives here.
Let me
Oh
get
my
you.
gosh.
Here for years.
I lived here until 1976 for 1952, moving from Wilmington with my parents. They came here when I was 3 years old. But I stayed here until then. Then I moved to Wilmington in 1976. But I had business back and forth because I had my parents here. I was here all the time, right? But I didn't know the car dealerships. I didn't know these people. I didn't know.
Okay.
But I came here because I shopped around. I shopped in Burgaw. I shopped in Southport. I shopped in Wilmington first and foremost. I got into trouble with the TV station manager for the last vehicle I bought in Jacksonville when I was still working there. You drove out of town to go buy a vehicle in Jacksonville. That's not our coverage area. I don't care. You're gonna make up the difference and pay for me for what I saved by driving there? No, he didn't. So,
You know, Rayford, every car, every vehicle that I have ever owned, and even when I was married, my husband and we bought cars to put on the road for,
sure.
nighttime security service, all that. We've bought all our vehicles right here in Oslo County.
Okay, so that's number one. Number two, Oslo
Okay,
Memorial. Oslo
the other
Memorial.
thing is that you guys are not Marines. You guys are citizens. We're citizens here. They treated you differently. You weren't Marines. You didn't walk into a dealership as a Marine. Okay, let's go further now. Now, you already...
Brother-in-law is. He bought them here, too.
You know that your total population right now is over 200,000 people, yes or no?
213,000-ish.
Okay, 213. Now, you know Oslo Memorial, if it wasn't for the Medicaid, they would have already been closed. Okay, they weren't making enough money to
I don't know that. You're saying
let's
that.
Let's say that Commissioner Nat said he likes the Chinese because they plan 15, 20 years ahead of time, not 1 or 2 years. So if you guys knew that you were going to get 100,000 more residents, why didn't you do something about the hospital and make it bigger and get doctors here?
Okay, let me do that. Hold on.
You said that they're going to get 300,000 people by 2030, but the Commissioner Knapp says, no, they're going to be here sooner than that. So what are you doing about it?
Okay.
You think you're going to have this little hospital over here taking care of 300,000 people? And where's your doctors to take care of these people? Why are you asking people to come to this county if you can't support them medically?
Okay. After 17 questions without giving me a chance to respond, I have no idea what you just asked, number one. But number two, let's go to OMH for just a minute. OMH was a very small place in 1952 when I moved here. Well, my parents moved here and brought me with them. It expanded in the 1970s to the existing facility where it is currently located, the early 70s. It's expanded several times since then. My dad in the 1960s, early 60s, 1950s, he, a construction guy, is an architect, construction guy on the job. You know what a skill saw is? It's a hand power saw. It
Yes.
turns really rapidly. Well, he's, being typical construction, hard-headed individuals that so many of them are, and I accused him of it, and he was guilty of it. He cut his thumb off, almost off. It was severed. It was just hanging by a thread. He goes over to OMH, wrapped in a handkerchief, in a towel, dirty towel. Goes to OMH. Dr. Piper was the surgeon at the time. Dr. Piper sewed that sucker on in the early 1960s, and he still had that thumb still working when he passed away in 2008. So don't give me Onslow Memorial. They had doctors then. They've had doctors now.
Okay.
They do not have the same kinds of doctors that some guy like you were listening yesterday. I didn't get it, but I ended up intercepting it. A letter from a headhunter for me to go to work, or this other doctor to go to work with my name, to go to work in Louisiana at $750,000 for 6 months as an anesthesiologist. We are not going to be able to afford that. Okay, not here.
Okay.
Not
If
now,
You can't afford
not
that.
anytime
Why
in the
are you
future.
inviting people to come and live in Jacksonville?
I'm
Can
not.
I say something?
Chris.
They come whether we invite them or not.
Yeah, Chris.
Yes.
That was legal.
2004, the Onslow Memorial was 4 or 5 stories high, right? It hasn't changed in 20 years. But the population that these people want has grown by 100,000 people. Now, what do you think they should have done about the hospital and about doctors when you're asking people, more people to come live in Jacksonville? What do you think they should have done, Chris?
Yes, I think expansion was needed, and I think they're doing it now out at Burton Park. Trask is doing.
They redid the ORs. They redid the ER,
right.
ED.
Yeah.
They redid all of that.
Yeah.
Major construction stuff that they
I was there.
brought everything up to par. I was in
there.
that hospital for 7 days in the 70s. Tore my knee up, but it's what I've spent, and it recovered. Did fine, still kicking. You mentioned, why didn't we know that they were going to bring all these troops here? Why didn't we know this? Because here's the situation. We did hear at one time, not that many years ago, 20 plus years ago, was it, that the Marine Corps said, we're going to bring another 20,000 Marines to your town. You better get ready for it. They built apartments and after apartments after apartments that laid empty, and somebody had to pay for it. The poor contractors, the investors, they paid for it because they didn't come.
I was actually a security guard when there was the old emergency room, and then they were building the new wing.
Yeah.
The
Were you
new
working
emergency
for me?
room. No, I was working for the hospital.
Because we had the contract
Yeah,
over that when they were building that.
I was working directly for.
Just curious. Yes.
And
So, Chris,
yes,
whether they came or not, the Marines still got over 100,000 more people in Onslow County. Now they're telling you within 2030, which is another 5 years, they're going to get another 100, and the population is going to go over 300,000.
They said 2050. 2050, Theo.
It might be sooner than that.
Robin's just taking a guess. 2050 is the FS of
about
it.
another 100,000 people.
He had to turn his pot
How
down
are
so
you
he
going
can't
to
talk while I'm
medically take
talking. Right?
care of them?
Well, I've got a story here for you. Jacksonville Daily News just posted this 8 hours ago, so I'm giving credit to them. The Onslow Memorial Hospital has received the American Heart Association's Get With the Guidelines Stroke Silver Plus Quality Achievement Award. Now, I'm going to tell you, they are continuously getting awards at Onslow Memorial. But it says that Stephen Meese, the volunteer chair for the American Heart Association Stroke System of Care Advisory Group, said we are incredibly pleased to recognize Onslow Memorial Hospital for its commitment to caring for patients with stroke. See, and it was just not so long ago they
can
wanted
get as many
another
awards
award
as they want.
for
But
heart.
when I have a relative that goes in to be moved to another hospital because they can't take care of them, I don't care how many awards they got. So why don't you go find out when next time you have the representative from Onslow, ask them, from the patients that you get in, how many get shipped out to other hospitals to be taken care of? And then you know if you have a problem or
We're
not.
not
Because you got another 100,000 people going to be here in another 5 years.
We're not a
Thank
specialized
you. Take
hospital.
care.
You too. Have a blessed day, Theo.
We're not a
Hey,
specialized
folks, he doesn't
hospital.
listen, so you're just
Right.
Well,
You're
so
doing that thing in the wind that gets you messed up.
So, for example, a trauma center. The only trauma center that's around here is at the Naval Hospital.
Correct. Right.
So, whether you're an Onslow County citizen or you're military related, you'll be taken
Shake to there, yep.
to the trauma center. The Naval Hospital, because I have a lot of friends that are commanders in different areas at the Naval Hospital. They're short. They're
They
short
are,
on physicians and doctors.
New Hanover
Anything.
short on nurses and doctors. They always have been. They always will be. It's a revolving door.
No.
Period.
It's difficult at best. I was talking to someone the other day, a friend of mine. His daughter was studying to be a physician.
Mm-hmm.
She's decided to just be a PA because the amount of money that it costs them to study to be a physician.
Mhm.
Yep. The years that you have
The
to work for
years
nothing.
you have to, and then what you have to pay back.
Yep.
To do that, and then the home life.
Mm-hmm.
So I see like my private doctor, Dr. Streeter Jr.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah, Greg. He finally got out of it because he just got caught up in these things. He was spending money. He couldn't doctor. He couldn't.
Yeah. My doctor in Wilmington, he refused to be certified so he could work in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to. He had a private practice. He says, I don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. I don't get called to go to the hospital.
Right.
When my patients, when they go to the hospital, the attending physician, they got doctors on staff at the hospital. I don't have what they call hospital privileges. I don't want
Right,
them.
Right.
I want to do my work for my patients. Every time I get called or I have to leave, when I have to leave my patients in the morning here at 7:00,
Mm-hmm.
I can't see my patients. They
Right.
have appointments with me until I get through with making my rounds at the
Yep.
hospital by 10:00. He said, I go to work at 7:30
Mhm.
here at his office. He said, I see patients. That's where they need me. That's when they need me. They got plenty of professionals at the hospital in case one of my patients needs to go there. Now, those attending physicians, they will call me
Mm-hmm.
and they let me know what's going on. And they ask me for history and I give it to them.
Yeah, and then they're always on call, especially your specialists, your orthopedic doctor.
Oh, yes.
So there's always someone on call for the specialties.
When I went to this hospital that he thinks is wonderful, and it is, New Hanover.
Uh-huh.
It's a great place, cardiac stuff.
Right.
1999. It was February of 1999. I had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I go to OMA up to New Hanover Regional. I get over there. Who do they call? Wilmington Health Care with their cardiology department.
Mm-hmm.
They call a private doctor from outside. As many people as they got on staff at Wilmington and New Hanover, they called, and that became my doctor. He's the one that performed surgery the next morning. He's the one that treated me, aftercare, and everything else for 2 years.
Right.
Let's not do
It's very hard now to find a personal,
Steve,
a family physician that
it's time to go.
you're going to be able to keep.
Yep.
That
Anyway.
stuff.
All right, guys, we're running out of time here as usual, and we're going to try to get out on time today. So I know all of us have something we have to do. I got a doctor's appointment. Speaking of medical, I've got questions for her this morning. I'm going to just chew her out.
I'm sorry I had to leave early yesterday, but
Why?
it was well worth it.
Well, good.
The doctor's appointment went well.
Yeah, very good. They're gonna plug
I
you
have
in.
no
and
doctor's
hook you up.
Yeah, they're going to plug me in and watch me for a while.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can we
gosh.
get it on the internet and watch it too while you're doing whatever?
Sure.
Is there a portal we can look at?
Real
go.
quick, I just want to throw this out there so I don't lose this. But Senator Michael Lazara, which is our senator representing Onslow County, has been appointed by Senate Leader Phil Berger to serve on several key legislative oversight committees for the 25-26 interim period.
Good. We got some
According
oversight.
to his office, Lazar will serve as co-chair of the Joint Legislative Oversight Committee on Unemployment Insurance. He is also serving as a member of the Joint Legislative Oversight Committee on Capital Improvements the same committee on justice and public safety, the same committee on North Carolina State Lottery, and the Joint Legislative Transportation Oversight Committee. Whew, where does that man have time?
I don't know.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, we got to get him in here before he gets
Yeah.
wrapped up again.
Especially, well, I may see him tonight, maybe.
We'll just call. He's
at
got a
the same
telephone number. You
function.
don't have to wait to see him.
I know, but it's easier to talk to him in person because he stays
but
so
only if you can see
busy.
him. Call him. Let's see. Tomorrow we got Chris Miller from the Jacksonville Daily News, the sports editor over there, and we're going to find out if he's going to be wrong this week as wrong as he was last week.
He wasn't wrong. He
Jacksonville High and West Carteret 21-13. No, he was wrong.
Oh, he had Jacksonville win it, and that's what was important.
To you,
The score does not matter.
He
Yes, he does.
probably thought West Carteret.
go to Las Vegas and tell him the score doesn't matter.
Well, I'm going to tell you
What?
what. Last week was pretty cool with all the games, and I
Yeah,
hope Jacksonville's got the PA system and stuff worked out this week.
Well,
So
they're at-
next week.
They're at Northside, so
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that'll work.
Yes.
it'll work.
If it's Jacksonville, if it's not working at the next home game,
Call me.
no, don't call me. I know where it is,
It was.
and I know how to turn it on.
Yeah.
And I will
mean,
barricade
it was
myself
their first
inside.
game, brand new scoreboard. I guess a new.
Oh, they had 9 months
Everything.
to get it straight.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway,
Come on.
it was, and then trying to listen to it elsewhere was even more confusing. So
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, God, I could see things, but I need an interpreter for what these referees on the field are telling me. I don't. What did that boy do? I don't. He claims he did this.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I don't know.
I didn't see many yellow flags.
It was
3.
Here's the whole thing. There,
Only 3.
Only 3.
the referees could do anything they wanted because they didn't have to explain it.
Last year's season opener, there was 3 within the first minute.
Yeah. Only 3, and they were all against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's because West Carter didn't
I'm
have
good.
the ball that much. Okay, let's take a break until tomorrow morning,
my
7
gosh.
o'clock. You're live on Local Real Talk. Boy, I tell you, I don't think I'm going to go to Carteret for a while.
No, he needs to stay out of Carteret.
I'm going to take the signs off my car if I go. You're live in Local Real Talk, where we're awake, not woke, and I need to go take a nap.
There you go.
Yes,
Have a
But then
blessed day.
I got to go see my doc. Bye.
Bye.